Hey guys, it is Brado here, and welcome to episode 45 of our Liverpool Career Mode series. In today's episode, we're going to be focusing on mainly the World Cup as we've moved on from the group stage into the knockout stages, so we'll see how the Netherlands do there as the games get a lot more tense, and we'll see if our team can make it all the way to the final. And on top of that too, we'll look at the transfers that we made, as we talked a little bit about them last episode, but you guys will actually get to see the footage, the names to the faces, and also how much money we spent on these players. And I'll get a little bit more into the detail of where they'll be able to fit into the team going ahead, and also the roles that I see for these players moving forward. On top of that too, I'm going to talk about the formation I've kind of thrown around a bit in the offseason here, the 4-3-2-1 formation, and how I've played around with it a little bit in the preseason. I've really enjoyed it overall, and how I think that it's going to really work for me going ahead into the season. And lastly as well, we'll talk about episode 50, which is coming up pretty soon, and my plans for that going ahead. So let's jump right into the game here. France versus the Netherlands, and this is the first game in the knockout stages for us here. And really, this was a crazy one that I wanted to focus on because, first off, France scores an amazing goal to start off here, and I was just completely strung out. They had me going left, right, and a great goal by Hatem Ben Arfa there. Only 4 minutes in, but we're already down 1-0, and France means business in this game. I was a little bit worried, but right here, we actually get some reward for being a little bit of a pest on the ball. And Sacco, former Liverpool player there, gives up the ball. We jump over Lloris, and we're right on the line. But I can't get the goal. I thought it was not going to be a penalty, and I was freaking out because I was like, I missed an open net without even a chance there. I get knocked over, but luckily Van Persie gets the penalty there, and no way he's missing that. So we get a goal at the 7th minute, and now we move ahead, only a couple minutes ahead. A through ball to Van Persie, lots of space. I'm looking for the cross into the middle of the box. Robben finds his speed and gets right in there, the header, and that's only 3 minutes after our goal, so it's now 2-1 for the Netherlands. But, like I said, France were very vigorous in trying to get their own goals in this game, and right away they come back strong as they're on the ball in the corner here, trying to pass it around. Sissoko is able to get some space back to Debuchy, and he finds Karim Benzema just a little bit of time. He gets tackled over, but it's too late as France scores a goal in the 13th minute. That is officially 4 goals in, I believe, 9 minutes there. Just some crazy play back and forth, and France almost gets another goal here only 3 minutes later as Nasri puts the ball in the box. Nearly a goal there. We're able to get the head on it just in time as Stecklenburg clears that one as well for the corner. But geez, guys, this was just a crazy opening parts of the game, and a lot of it comes down to just back and forth play, but at the same time too, I love when those crazy goals go in, and they got some very good chances there to see if they could get themselves a lead in this one. Luckily though, the game does calm down a little bit as we move ahead to the 45th minute as Van Persie puts the shot on there, and a big save by Lloris. But yeah, we're going to finish up the half here with a 2-2 tie, and after that crazy start to the game, I was just kind of heart pumping, and tried to get a little one there of Heitinga, not able to do it, and that will end the first half. But let's move on from this as we're going to continue to watch the gameplay. I wanted to talk a little bit about episode 50 as something that I'm really excited that we've already gone to 50 episodes. I know we could have gone here a lot sooner, but still pretty amazing that there's going to be about 50 episodes of Liverpool up, and hopefully 50 more to come before FIFA 14 comes out as well. But with that said, guys, I want to talk about specifically what I'm planning to do for episode 50. And what I'm planning specifically is I want to do a nice long live stream on Twitch, maybe YouTube, depending on my circumstances. I can't do live streaming on YouTube right now, but this will be in a couple weeks, and I'll definitely give lots of heads up, lots of info for you guys, so you guys are in the loop regarding this. But my plan is we'll be probably about 10 games into the season, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit less, and my goal is going to be that I'm just going to sit down, I'm going to play, I'm going to find a time that works for a lot of you guys. I'm going to play on a day too that, is a day that I have the whole day off. So we're going to figure out a date that works best and a time that works best, because a lot of us are in North America, but you know what? A good portion of you guys are in the UK as well, and just in general in Europe. So I want to find that perfect time where maybe some of you guys can catch it at a certain point, and then also in North America, some of you guys can catch it as well. And yeah. So pretty much it's just going to be the idea overall of just playing maybe 10, 15 games of Liverpool just in one sprint there. And that's a lot to play, and I'll probably take a couple small breaks there too. But I want to kind of, move this series on, and we got lots to go ahead. And I thought, what better than to sit down on the half waypoint of 100 episodes and really just play a lot of games. And I know that you guys enjoyed the edited episodes, but for you guys that really just enjoy the series in general, this will be a time that you guys can just watch me play, and I'll be talking to you guys and have the chat open so we can talk about what's going on too. And overall, I'm hoping for a pretty fun time with that, but still very much in the process of figuring this out. Nothing in stone yet. And for any of you guys that are saying, wait, no, I don't want to see you do this and I'm going to miss games, all this stuff I'll have recorded no matter what. So what I'll do in that case is I'll probably just have episode 50 into 3 parts or something, and it'll be unedited, full-on gameplay so that we can keep moving on with the series, but it'll be up there on YouTube for you guys to check out as well. But with that said, guys, let me know if you're interested in seeing this happen, and if you are, tell me what type of time would be the best for you, as I'm going to try and take what all you guys say and just, meld it together to find the best time for me to do live stream, as it'll be a 5-hour live stream, right? So it'll be quite long, but I want to make sure that it touches on both the European viewers and also the North American viewers too. So let me know in the comments what time's best for you to watch a live stream like that if you're interested in watching it. And as I said, if you're not able to reach it at that time, that we come to, I'll definitely have it up after the fact, and also probably just have an archive file right on Twitch as well. So no one's going to have to miss it or anything like that, but I want to make sure that there's as many people there for the actual live event if we're going to do a live event at all. So yeah, ponder on that definitely, but let's jump back into the game here. So we beat France, and we're moving on to a game here against Brazil, and we start off this one pretty strong. It was overall a very exciting game for me, as Brazilian players are players that we don't really get to play against a lot in the Premier League. There are some players like Oscar that we get to see from time to time, but this was a very unique experience, and we were doing pretty good trying to get those long balls through, and a couple of good chances to start off the game here. Overall, though, Brazil were playing quite hard, and I'm not going to be a big spoiler or anything like that, but they start turning the tables on us a little bit as we move on in the second half here, and it starts here with Hulk, who gets an opportunity. If it was able to land to his feet, that probably would have been a goal, but no fear for them as they continue on, as this ball is it's kind of just a mess what happens right here. I try and get the ball, I'm not able to do it. Neymar gets the goal, and that is a 1-0 lead for Brazil early on in this game. We know that we're in this zone. We know this is a pretty important game, so we're trying to get something going here. But it starts unraveling at this point, as that ball I was not 100% sure it was going to get to the Brazilian player, and I thought it was going to be out of his reach, but somehow he's able to bring that down, gets the ball, turns into a corner, and Thiago Silva there gets the goal in the 43rd minute. This is now 2-0, and we try and claw something back here. Not able to do that in the 45th minute. Brazil are going to pretty much put the nail in the coffin on this game, as another goal goes in. Wellington there gets the goal. It is 3-0 for Brazil, and I haven't had a bad just upset in a long time, if at all. But this game is definitely going to go down as one of my worst games I've played, and that's fine by me, as we're going to get to move back into our Liverpool games, which is what this series is about. So I'll let you guys watch the rest of the highlights here, but I'm going to be honest, it doesn't go well for us, so let's move on to talking a little bit more about the formation of the team going ahead. And I'm still 100% open to interpretation, and what I mean by that is I'm going to play around with ideas still, but as I play through the preseason to get a bit here, I am going to be uploading that episode not too long from now. But the good news that I'm going to tell you guys is it's gone pretty well for us, and I'm really excited with the players that we brought in. But I'm also very excited with the new formation that we tried out. And one of the things that kind of got mentioned about the 4-3-2-1 that I'm kind of working with here, there's actually only one midfielder. There's, our back four, and then you got our midfielder, and then a left mid and a right mid. And then moving up from that, we have Suarez in the center field role. Pacheco as well can play there on the same time too if he's taking a break. And then we now have Cavani, who's going to be sitting into that striker role with Zaha and maybe some other guys floating in and out of that too. And then we got Merkel or Holtby sitting on kind of an attacking mid role, where he really is more closer to kind of being an attacking player, but he comes back a bit. Now, one of the questions I had is, how are you going to have a good midfield if you have, these guys on the wings that are protecting the wings, which is good, and also these attacking players, but it seems like your midfield will be a little bit weak. And the reason why this is actually surprisingly not the case is because the players that are on the attack, I've got them set so that they come back, that they play of a defensive game, and then you kind of question maybe, well, if you're doing that, why would you have them up so far in the field? And the reason for this is that it really, for whatever reason, this is just a formation that I came up with because it seemed like, hey, this kind of fits the players that we have, and this is going to be something that might work out well. But what I've learned from actually playing around with it is that it works pretty good for what we have, and the weird part with it all is that the players come back when we need them to, but it creates this amazing counterattack that I haven't had in the past season, and these players that can come up the wings that they need to, but they also play back pretty far, and at the same time too, it doesn't really seem like we're being caught out that much, and you'll see from the shots against us. I know we're not playing Premier League teams, but these are still tough teams that we're going to be playing in the preseason, and we do a pretty good job against them. So overall, 4-3-2-1 is doing pretty good so far, and it might be up to interpretation still, but I'm very excited with how it's gone so far, and overall very excited for the season too with how it's been playing out. So you can see there Cresswell, the first signing for us, and this little bit of an off season here, and I got the offer for $32.5 million from Lewandowski. Originally countered with £40 million pounds, and then I came back with $39.5, just kind of being cheeky, thinking, hey, if they offer this, I'd still be happy. And surprise, they actually take the offer. And I was at the point there where I was scared because I was like, I never made a big move like this. I brought in players that we really talked about, and I thought, okay, this is the guy that we want to bring in, but I hadn't made a move like this where I just kind of sold a player. And it was a weird thing that you guys probably do quite a bit, but because I'm doing this series with you guys, I've been very open with what I'm doing, and I kind of felt a little bit anxious about, like, should I even do this? But I went along with it because I said, hey, this is a lot of money and I can do something fun with this. And there you can see Cavani, the guy that I targeted. We also talked to Benzema, Higuain as well, a couple guys that we looked at too, but you know, Cavani just seemed like a great fit for the team just because of our kind of South American forward lines there. I know Merkel is nowhere near South American, but it was kind of just a weird circumstance where I thought this could actually work out really well and they could have some good chemistry together. I know nationality chemistry doesn't really work into playing in career mode, but still, I thought to myself, this could be really neat. And I've played with Cavani in my Football Ultimate Team, or FIFA Ultimate Team. I don't know why I keep calling it that, but I played with him a bit. I really enjoyed playing with him too. And I did look at Sturridge as well. I actually got an offer in on him, but I kind of went back to the same idea I had before, is I wanted to do something unique, and I thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do with having Suarez and making Suarez a real important part of the team. So we did that. We made that move, and that was the big shaker there. Delafo going to Stoke City of all places, which seemed extremely random. We just love giving players to Stoke apparently. But yeah, he moved there for £6.5 million, so that just led up a little bit more money for us. You can see that we just have boatloads of money to spend. So we bring in Cavani, and he's going to fill that striker role for us very nicely. Like I said, I feel like he embodies what Lewandowski was, but he also can do so many more things. He's more agile, and he's kind of like the hybrid between the two. And Steven Kolker, as a guy that I have really enjoyed watching play, and I feel like he's a great young player. I don't know his potential or anything like that, but I thought, you know what, he'd be a great third guy to bring in, and I played with him in the past too. Afellay, my number one favorite player playing with the Netherlands. So I just went with this, whole offseason here. I said, what's going to make this team win, right? Because we've fielded what you guys wanted in the past, and sometimes it's been great. I've really enjoyed, but like a Maddox situation, I just didn't click. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to go for the guys that a lot of you guys are interested in, a lot of guys are talking about that I've already talked about beforehand, but I'm also going to pick up a couple of guys too that, for me personally, I'm like, these guys are home runs for me. And we did that, and I'm feeling very excited for how they're going to play out for us going into the season ahead. There you can see the signing of Afellay as well. So we still have money sitting around. We can still do stuff, but as you're going to see in the next episode, we're going to need to maybe make a move going ahead. I'm not making any more moves in the preseason, so what you're going to see next episode is still our team, but we might have to move a little bit of space just to free up some roster room. But for this episode, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing how we did there, the falling of grace against Brazil, and then also our transfers, including getting rid of Maddox. We got rid of Maddox. I don't believe it. We finally did it. Wolverhampton picking him up too. But that is it, guys. You can see, to finish off in this episode, Steven Gerrard considering retiring. But we'll be back and talk a little bit more about that next episode. Cheers.